Hey traders, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to use a stochastic in your own scripts as a conditional filter. So what you see here is a customized stochastic indicator. It's drawing red onto the background of the indicator box whenever the script detects a bearish engulfing candle, while the stochastic is above its upper band, and green when it gets a bullish engulfing candle and the stochastic is below its lower band. So it's kind of like an RSI overbought and oversold indicator. To be honest with you, I have never used the stochastic in my own trading. It's not an indicator that I'm familiar with. It's not something my trading mentors have used in their own trading, but I know it's a popular indicator. And so I thought I'd better record a lesson on how you can basically import the stochastic code into your own scripts, so that if you are familiar with this indicator and you'd like to use it in your own trading, then you have a short guide on how to go about doing that. So the first thing I did when building this indicator was I added the inbuilt stochastic indicator from TradingView onto my chart, and I opened up the source code to this inbuilt indicator. I copied all of this code except for the indicator part up here. I just copied all of this code into a blank script. I pasted it into my script and made some minor modifications to turn it into a setup detection script. So I'll just break down the source code section by section instead of writing it out line by line with you. So the first thing I do is I import my library. This is purely so that I can quickly detect bullish and bearish engulfing candles without too much code. The next thing I do after importing my library is I get some user input. So this user input is the default settings for the default inbuilt stochastic, but I've also added the upper and lower band as a user input as well, so that you can tweak the sort of overbought and oversold threshold of this script. After getting the user input, we calculate our stochastic values. To do this, we use the ta.sma, simple moving average function. The K parameter is calculated using the SMA of our inbuilt stochastic function. And this stochastic function takes a close, a high, and a low, or any other price source, but that's the default settings for the stochastic. And it takes a K period. So our K period is this first user input. By default, it's 14, so a 14 period. And we smooth this stochastic value using our smooth K variable, which is actually set to 1 by default. So by default, smoothing is basically turned off. And this SMA function is returning a moving average with a period length of 1, which means it's basically not doing anything. It's just returning this value here. If you increase the smooth K parameter, that will increase the moving average length of this SMA and will smooth your K value. But anyway, the next thing we do is we get an actual moving average, simple moving average of K using our period D user input. So a 3-period SMA gives us our orange line, which you'll notice is just a little bit less jagged than the blue line because it is a 3-period moving average. So that's how we get our two lines. That's how we get our blue line and our orange line. The blue line is our K value. The orange line is our D value. The next thing we do is get our candlestick patterns. So for me, I just check, do we have a long signal or a short signal? For a long signal, all we need is a bullish engulfing candle. And for K, the K parameter, which is our blue line, that blue line needs to be below our lower band, or the K value on the previous bar needs to have been below our lower band. And same for short signals. We're just looking for a bearish engulfing candle, and K must be above our upper band, or K must have been above it on the previous bar to our signal candle. And if either of these conditions are met, we have a bullish or bearish engulfing candle while K, our blue line, is at either extreme, then we change the background color of this indicator based on that information. So if we have a long signal, the color changes to green. If we have a short signal, it changes to red. Otherwise, it changes to nothing, or NA. Once we draw our signals to the chart, then we draw our indicator data. So we plot K and D, our upper and lower bands, using H lines, horizontal lines, and then we fill the background of our indicator between those two H lines using this custom color here. And that's really it. for this indicator. It's quite a simple one. Most of it was copy and pasted from the inbuilt TradingView indicator and just slightly customized so that we are detecting candlestick patterns along with indicator conditions. And this is just a brief overview, a brief introduction to how you can work with the stochastic indicator in your own scripts. If you guys are interested in diving into more detail about the stochastic, feel free to send me your strategies or any strategies that you are interested in that use the stochastic, and I'll try and record a video lesson on that subject material. But for now, that will do it for this lesson. I'll speak with you in the next one. Take care.